Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dakkins, and yeah, we're back in Minecraft. We're doing FTB skies, and we're just powering along. We got a lot to do. We still got a lot of quests to do. We still got a lot of building to do. So yeah, thank you guys so very much for coming and watching this video. And yeah, let's crack straight on. So last video we did the sort of Botania petal apothecary, and we made a whole bunch of these sort of flowers, these mystical flowers and whatnot. And yeah, that's where we're sort of up to at the moment. There's still a lot we need to do, but the ultimate goal here is, if we go back to Exnalo, is we are trying to get to this, the Manasteel meshes. But to get to the Manasteel meshes, which means we can do sort of these breakdowns of materials, we need to get some Manasteel. And to get Manasteel, essentially, we need to use the mana pool and throw some iron ingots in, and we get Manasteel ingots. Pretty much that's where we're up to. But to get to the mana pools, if we just go back to our quests here, we need to, if we go down to the Botania quest chain here, we need to get to here to get to the mana pool. And we, on the last video, did the petal apothecary and the mana generating flowers. The next step is, however, the pure daisy. This is where we need to get to. Now, the pure daisy obviously is a functional flower that you'll make. When placed, it will slowly convert nearby blocks into other blocks. Most notably, it is used to create living rock and living wood, two massively important blocks. And this is extremely important. So, we need to work on the pure daisy. That's where we're up on this video. But let me fly around and I'll show you what I've done in between last video and this video. So really, I have not done too much. I've just done a little bit of quality of life stuff. So the first thing I did was I encased and made like a moat around our ender portal, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do from this point onwards, but it's a starting point. I might fill it up with lava. I might, you know, make a cascading waterfall into the base. I'm not sure what I'll do here, but I encased it and it made it look a little bit more lively than just this platform out in the middle of nowhere. The other thing I did was I started adding all these walkways around the base, just to extend from the farm area. So the farm had these walkways on it already. However, the rest of the base now has a bit more walkway. So there's a walkway going to our storage room, walkway going down to our production area. And of course, there's a walkway that goes all the way up to our little, well, soon to be animal farm, which we gotta still work on. But in any case, I've also put a fence line around the farm just to sort of give it some sort of segregation, I guess. It looks really nice. It just ties it all in a little bit better. And you might be noticing, what the hell is this? Well, in the last video, I did also make a question. Should we make a train station with, you know, carts to different areas of the base? And I want to make something, and I haven't really thought too much of the way through it yet, but this is just the starting. This is just sort of like the layout, the blueprint, the sort of just getting sizing correctly and everything. But I'm thinking, so this area here is where we just got to muck around with certain things. If we make a platform somewhere out in the wild emptiness of this sort of area, we could make a Botania area and, you know, all sorts of things. It's something of a work in progress, and I'm not sure how to do it just yet, but it's food for thought, and that's what we're going to do. But really, that's all I've done in between last video and this video, and the base is starting to come together pretty well. Pretty okay. In any case, let's turn game mode off. We don't need that. And let's get cracking on. So realistically, we are working on the pure daisy. Now, to get the pure daisy, obviously, we need the petal apothecary. We need some white shimmering mushrooms or some mystical white petals into the petal apothecary, and then we can get a pure daisy. So white shimmering mushrooms or mystical white petals. Do we have some white petals in the... We do. We should be able to break these down into mystical white petals, and we should have plenty. Okay. So in theory, we should be able to just drop all of those. We need some seeds. We have some demon seeds. How about some wheat seeds? Will wheat seeds do? Wheat seeds will do. Guess what? We have a pure daisy. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and we can tick this off. So we get some stones, an oak, and a floating pure daisy. Now, I'm not entirely sure what these floating pure daisy things are, so what better way to... Oh, we also ran out of water. There you go. A floating pure daisy. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so with the pure daisy, I'm pretty sure we can put, say, the oak wood next to it, and it will turn it into living wood. Let's have a quick read. So, the Wand of the Forest, which is the next quest down here, is essentially Botania's wrench. Its main use is to bind blocks to other blocks. While in bind mode, swap by sneak right-clicking, sneak right-click a block, then sneak right-click the block you want to bind it to. Pretty straightforward, but we need to make this, and to make this we need some petals, and we also need living wood twigs. To get living wood twigs, we need some living wood. To get living wood, or stripped living wood, we need living wood, and I believe living wood is done by... I don't think it really tells us. Ah, yeah, here, pure daisy. So we basically put some wood next to the pure daisy, and it gives us living wood. Now here's the question. Do I place it or do I toss it? Do I just toss it like that and just wait? Or do I just place it like that? Oh, no, it looks like I just place it. And it looks like it's doing something. Looks like the pure daisy's doing something. And in theory, I should be able to pick this up, put it into my crafting bar just there, and it should give us what we need. And it's taking its time. These little floating platforms look really cool as well. You know what? Can we do multiple? We can do multiple. I'm just going to encase the pure daisy. Do your thing, pure daisy. Anyway, while that's working on that, let's have a look at the next little quest here, which is the actual mana pool itself. Now, the mana pool is basically the next sort of... It's like the next level up from the apothecary, essentially. So, mana spreaders move mana, and mana pools store it. A spreader will use an adjacent pool's mana if it has none. If a spreader is bound to a block, that can hold mana. Hang on. If a spreader is bound to a block that can hold mana, the spreader will shoot mana, a mana burst at it. Generating Flora will push mana to bound spreader. Okay, so we need a mana spreader and a mana pool. And then to get the mana pool, it is just living rock, which we can get living rocks now. That's easy. The mana spreader, which is living wood, or stripped living wood, a gold ingot, and a petal. And make... Okay, that's fairly easy. Anyway, here's our living wood. That looks really cool. Living log, living... Why does that look different? Interesting. Anyway, we're going to collect them all anyway. Does not matter one bit. And we have some living wood. So while we're working on this quest here, which is the Wand of the Forest, we needed the living wood twigs, which is just living logs in a crafting menu. So we should, in theory, be able to do this and get some twigs. We only needed 3, but we got 4. We also need some petals. We have a chunk of petals. Let's use... what color should we use? Let's use blue. Anyway, so we should be able to put that in there, grab a couple of petals, and I need a crafting... Nope. Because I'm not smart. There we go. There we go. Let's just put a crafting table down here, a crafting station down here. There we go. Okay, so in theory, we need 3, and we need petals. It gives us a Wand of the Forest in bind mode. Let's grab that, and we will tick off that quest. Pretty straightforward. So, let's go and grab that quest, and we get a Manasteel monocle. Okay. Don't know what a Manasteel monocle does. It is obviously goes in our charm slot, which is one of these. Does it go anywhere? We don't have a charm. We don't. Oh. Oh. Okay. Inner arts. I don't know why I had a pocket piston in. Anyway, I have no idea what this does, but we're gonna wear it. Sure. Let's just do that, shall we? In any case, oh, I got a little monocle. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I got a little monocle there. Anyway, yeah, we've just done that. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The next stage, which is the most important to get the Manasteel ingots, which is the mana pool, let's make the actual mana pool itself, which is the living rock. To get living rock, I believe we need... Is it stone? Hang on, if we just go living... Oh, actually, living rock is right here. It is... Yeah, stone. Okay. Do we have any stone somewhere? I think there's some stone downstairs. If not, it's pretty easy to make. Alright, I'm going to run downstairs and grab a whole bunch of stone, and we'll make this mana pool. Alright, we are back with the stone. We just went downstairs and we furnaced a whole bunch. But I also remembered we had some stone from the quest, but that's okay. Also, I think I know what the monocle does. The monocle shows us things like this now. So, that's pretty cool. It shows us, like, the area of which, like, things are done in Botania, and I love that. That is really cool. Anyway, we're going to whack some stone down. Now, the other thing I'm a bit sort of curious on, does it do height? It does not look like it does height. Looks like it only does adjacent blocks. But that's okay. We can wait for the living rock, living stone, living rock. Now, while we're waiting on the living rock, we can also do the mana spreader, which is what we also need to do. Now, the mana spreader is obviously some living wood, a gold ingot, and a petal. Do we have any more living wood left over? We do not. So we are going to need a living wood, and that should not take too long. But while that's happening, let's run back over to our base and see if we can find a gold ingot. I'm pretty sure we've got a gold ingot over here somewhere. If not, we can absolutely get a gold ingot. But while we're doing this, halfway through the video, I'd just like to say thank you guys again so very much for coming and watching. Like, it's really good to see you guys here. And if you guys are very much enjoying these videos, feel free to give me a thumbs up. There we go. Nailed it. And you know, let me know how I'm doing, or you know, leave me a comment and I'll read those comments. It does not look like we have a gold block. What about downstairs? Do you reckon we got a gold block downstairs? I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look. We indeed have a gold block. I'm actually just going to take a couple, just in case we need a couple. Man, we really got to work on this area down here too, but we'll get to that. We will get to it in due time. So much to do in this mod. Like, if I was having a look in the quest book here, there's so many quests to go through, and we really just, like, haven't even scratched the surface. But anyway, we will get through it. And it looks like our living rock is done. We will pick that up and we'll make some more living wood, I reckon. Actually, I can just do that. Tilda does still work, which is great. Let's throw some more oak wood down. Get that making. Okay, while that's making, we need the crafting menu, and I believe it went something like that to make a mana pool. There we go. We made a mana pool. Awesome. Which is one part of... Ooh, mana splitters. Okay, that is one part. The next part is obviously getting some more living wood and whatnot, but we are working on that in due time. And yeah, I think we need to make another one of these pure daisies. I honestly, like, quite possibly. We have a pure daisy here, but how do we make a floating pure daisy? One of these things. Do we just put it on one of the floating petals, like one of these things? Floating white flowers. Can we get a floating pure daisy? Wow, okay. Floating pure daisy is made by a floating... Oh, okay, and you just put the daisy next to it. So I can grab this, and I can put the daisy onto it. Also, hi, wood, welcome. We needed that, thank you. And if I go to the crafting menu, and I put that down, and the pure daisy, I get another floating pure daisy. I don't know why the floating ones are... Also, if we go there, in theory... Yes! Awesome. Okay. While we're doing this, I think we are going to need... We're going to need more wood. We don't have wood. Let me just go grab some wood. Be right back. Okay. So they're growing, which is good. This is good having both the pure daisies. We can do the living rock and the living wood at the same time, which is super, super cool. Alright, we got the mana pool. The next thing we needed to do was the mana spreader. So let me just read this real quick before we make the mana spreader. But mana spreaders move mana and mana pools. Hang on. Mana spreaders move mana and mana pools store it. A mana spreader will use an adjacent pool's mana if it has none. Spreader will use... Okay. If a spreader is bound to a block that can hold mana... the spreader will shoot a mana burst at it. Generating flora will push mana to the bound spreader. Okay. You can... Yeah! I kind of understand it, but in any case, we're going to just whack the mana pool down here, and we're going to make the mana spreader itself. The mana spreader was something along the lines of this, this. If I could land it. There we go. And we've got... the mana spreader. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We can also now tick off this quest, which is a mana splitter. So if we grab the mana splitter, what does it say about the splitters? I don't think it says much about the splitters, but we've got one. Anyway, let's have a look at the quest, which is Alchemy Catalyst. Understanding, deconstructing, and Yep. The alchemy catalyst in place under the mana pool adds some recipes throwing out the items. Okay, we don't really need that at the moment. Essentially what we need is this. This is all we need. The only reason we were in the Britannia mod was so that we could get Manasteel to make the Manasteel meshes. And remember, Manasteel is done by the mana infusion, which is iron ingots into the mana pool to make Manasteel ingots. Now, I have no idea how this is meant to work, but I'm pretty sure we throw down the mana spreaders. Okay, and I believe we've got to... Okay. Let me read this real quick. So, we go here. The Wander the Forest, yeah. While in bind mode, sneak right-click a block, then sneak right-click the block you want it to bind to. Okay, so can we just... Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, so now we need to make mana. How do we make mana? It says with flora. Flora? Let's have a look. Mana spreaders. Recipes? Yeah, no, that's all we needed. Interesting. If a spreader is bound to a block that can hold mana, the spreader will shoot a mana burst at it. Generating flora will push mana to the bound spreader. Generating flora. So, do we grab some more of these, what's the bone meal and the fertilizer stuff, right? Hang on a minute. Is that what we do? Do we just... Where is it? No, we did it. It was one of our first things we did. Nope. Alright, we got this. We can use our brains. It was the floral fertilizer. We can get some floral fertilizer, right? Hang on, let's have a look. Floral fertilizer, which is bone meal and the dyes. Okay, let's grab... How much dye do we have? We've got the petals, but we don't have the dye. Let's go brown. That's going to give us... Hang on, how do we get the dyes? It doesn't matter? It does matter. Oh, that's from the... Yeah, okay. We got this. Oh, hang on. Excuse me. Let's put that back in there. We need actual bone meal to make the normal dyes, right? So we don't need the mysticals. We don't need mysticals. Guys, we don't... Oh, there's some turnips. We don't need mysticals. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit more bone meal, and we're gonna need some normal flowers. Let's go do that. We're gonna grab some bone meal. I'm pretty sure I got some more bone meal over here. We're gonna grab some normal flowers, turn them into dyes, turn them into floral fertilizer, put the mystical flowers down around the actual... Oh, I got white dye. Actually, yeah, no, I got white dye. Wait, that's fine. That's perfect. Let's go all the way back here. I don't think I've... Here, maybe we do need some more bone meal. All right, well, we'll work on that in a second. Let's quickly make some of this floral fertilizer. and see how we go. So bone meal, and let's grab some floral fertilizer. We don't need a huge amount, just enough. Okay, so in theory, do I just go boop? Is that working? No? Do I throw the flowers at them? Alright, I'm gonna go do some reading because I don't exactly know what's going on. Do I don't know if that's doing that. Alright, let me do some reading and I'll be right back. Okay, so we were, and when I mean we, I mean I, was partly correct. We do need a flower, but we need this thing, the Endoflame. It was literally in one of our quests called the Mana Generating Flowers. It all makes sense now. These Mana Generating Flowers use special flowers that can, you know, generate mana. The easiest is the Endoflame, obviously, and it uses furnace fuel. Hence why we've got some coal. So, in theory, we should be able to put the Endoflame down, and you can see its radius there, and then we throw coal at it. Throw coal at it? Oh, there you go. It sucked it up. And there you go. So the mana spreader is now moving mana to the mana pool. This makes absolute sense. Now, the Endoflame itself should, in theory, burn for a good number of ticks. Think of it as a furnace, and the furnace is making mana, the spreader is picking up the mana, and then it's throwing it to the mana pool itself. And it's only got a small amount. But that is still progress, and we've sort of figured it out in essence, which is great. The next step, let's go grab an ingot. I don't know if I've got enough mana in that mana pool just yet to create a Manasteel, but the end goal here is I would really like to walk away with today's video with a Manasteel ingot. Just one ingot would be great. And I think all my ingots are downstairs. Yeah, let's go down and have a look downstairs. But we are making progress, and this is really exciting. I actually like this mod. Well, I like all the mods, but, you know, let's grab a whole stack. Now, in theory, we should be able to just drop the iron ingot into the mana pool, and it will make a Manasteel ingot. And that Manasteel ingot will then be able to be used for a Manasteel mesh, which then means we can make another automation downstairs for more material. Pretty straightforward. Now, there's not enough mana, as it says on the top there. So if I throw another coal at it, in theory, there we go. Yeah, it's gonna need a lot more. How easy is it to make these Endoflames again? Not that hard. 2 brown petals, 1 red, 1 light grey. Do we have enough? We got the mystical brown. We got 2 anyway, that's fine. We got a red, and we got a grey. Now we just need some seeds. Do we have any seeds? We do not have any seeds on us. Okay, let me go grab some seeds. We're going to make another Endoflame and put 2 Endoflames down. This should speed the process up. I'm really hoping I got some seeds over here. Let's have a quick look. Pretty sure I should have some seeds. Seeds. Any seeds? I'm pretty sure the demon seeds might work, but sage seeds. We've got heaps of sage seeds. Let's just move these up in here. Move this down here. Alright, let's go. Let's make another Endoflame. We'll put 2 Endoflames down. Also, what are you doing, sir? Sir, what are you doing up here? Somewhere around my base there is not enough light. I don't want to look at him. Where is there not enough light? Hold up a second, guys. Oh, it's over here. It's just a small amount over here. Yeah, I get it. You're annoyed. Golly. Can't have good things, can we? That's fine. He'll go away eventually. We also need some water. We'll grab our bucket of water. Let's go over and grab some water real quick. So the end goal here is that we should be able to make a Manasteel ingot. Don't look at the Enderman. We don't want to piss him off. You can just live around your base. It's fine, man. It's okay. Okay, we need to throw 2 of those in, 1 of those, and a seed. There's another endo flame. Pretty straightforward, yeah. We'll put him down there, and we'll throw some coal. There we go. And if we grab our little tool here, we can see that is transferring mana at an okay rate. Now if we grab our iron ingot, we still... Oh, we have enough! Okay guys, here it is. Excuse me, Enderman. We're making things here. Oh. Do I right? Sir. Nope. Did I just miss? Excuse me. There we go, we got it! The Manasteel ingot! It was actually quite simple at the end of the day. This is actually really cool. This Botania mod's really cool. I would like to set up a nice little base platform area for it, but we got the Manasteel ingot. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that was our end goal. That is what we are after. That is, we've got the Manasteel ingot, which means, in theory, next video, we can make the Manasteel mesh. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so very much. The Enderman's behind me, isn't he? Thank you so very much for coming and watching this video. I really do appreciate you guys. Just simply watching these videos and leaving comments really does mean a lot to me. So thank you again. And you know, if I can do something better, if I've missed something, feel free to leave me a comment. Alright guys, have yourselves a good one. I'll see you right back here on the next video. Goodbye everybody.